In this video, we're going to be talking about how to know if you are a pussy and how to change that if that is the case. I'm John from BulldogMindset.com. On this channel, I teach you how to be a man. I teach you how to build financial independence, how to get the physique you want, how to get the girls that you want, and how to go from the victim mindset to the bulldog mindset. If that sounds like something you are interested in doing, make sure you click that subscribe button and join us on this quest. And also, if you do the little bell notification, you'll see in some of these videos that I give away a free Bulldog Mindset membership to the notification squad. So thank you guys who are part of that. What I'm talking about here is how to know if you are a pussy. For a lot of you guys out there that are going out into the world trying to attract women, trying to practice maybe some game or some pickup advice that you have found, if you come off as a pussy, as a man pussy, then you are just not going to be successful. I actually saw a video, and I'll show you, by John Anthony. And, you know, I'm not endorsing him or disparaging him in any way. I know of him and I've met him, and he does some good content. Not everything I agree with. He basically said, and, you know, I would give the same advice, but I'm going to go a little bit in depth into this and how to fix this. He doesn't really talk about how to fix it in his video, but he basically said in this video, he said, if you want to find out if you are a pussy, go up to an alpha male and ask him, say, hey, you know, it's not going to hurt my feelings. I just want to know the truth. Am I a pussy? And if so, why? I mean, you got to phrase it in such a way to say that, you know, I just want to know the truth. It's not going to hurt my feelings at all, but, you know, am I a pussy or not? Right? And he made the point that it's binary. It's 1 or 0. And I agree with that 100%, right? You can just look at a person, right, and you can tell whether or not they're a pussy, right? Whether or not this is someone you would mess with. The word doesn't really even matter, right? Whether we call it being a pussy or being weak, being pathetic. Pussy is more stronger language, and you should be able to handle that language. If you go down the street right now, okay, and you were to walk by a lot of people, right, you would see different guys, and you would immediately be able to assess whether or not you felt like this person was a pussy or not, okay? You would have that instinctual assessment. And what does it come from? Like, what does it come from? It comes from a lot of the things that you are not directly in control of, right? Your body language, just the way that you're carrying yourself, the look on your face. We can just instantly kind of assess someone and measure them up and decide whether or not they're a pussy. And most of the time we're right. And it doesn't even have to do with your size, right? Even if you're a huge bodybuilder, I'm sure you've seen bodybuilders that you've looked at the gym, and you're like, wow, this guy just seems like a fucking dweeb. He seems like a pussy, even though he's got this huge sculpted body. And it's really important to know this about yourself, because if you are a pussy, you are not going to have very much success with women, guys. I'm telling you right now, you cannot be perceived as a pussy and expect that you're going to have success, because it's just not an attractive trait. Women are looking for high status males. They're looking for alpha type of men, and that's what they find attractive. I'm telling you guys, you know, because some of you fuckers will not listen. It might sound a little bit mean, but I'm telling you for your own fucking good, because you need to know this shit, all right? You need to understand this, and, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat any kind of shit for you guys. I want you to understand where you are, and so that you can grow. Let's talk a little bit about how to overcome this. Let's suppose that you are a pussy, or you're somewhere in between. You know that. How do you fix this problem? The biggest way to fix this problem is to start to build social confidence and to build an inner confidence, right? To change your image of yourself. A lot of the reasons why you would be a pussy would be because you're afraid to put yourself out there, to take risks. If we look at men who are loud, okay, and men who are not afraid to talk to people, to share their opinions, they're not afraid from a fight, they're not going to back out of a fight. If you look at those type of attributes of those type of men, those are going to be men that have done these things in the past and have had success. Someone who is clearly not afraid to fight probably has had a lot of success at fighting in the past, all right? Or they're probably pretty good. Now, that's not always the case. Yes, there's always that one drunk guy that gets his ass kicked all the time. That's fine. But at the same token, he might consider that a success, that he's encountered these things and lived, right? That could still be seen as a success even if he hasn't won. If you are bold, if you go up and you're not afraid to talk to a girl that you like, that you see, and you're not afraid to express that interest in her, then you've probably had success in the past. And so it's a good indicator that you are of high value, of high quality, right? Of high status. Most of us growing up, we get these sort of quote alpha traits conditioned out of us, and we start to recondition ourselves into these pussy traits. And so the way that this happens is basically because you have displayed some of these alpha traits and gotten negative reactions from them, and then you've backed off, and then you've reinforced yourself into sort of a nice guy position. What you have to do to overcome this is you have to go against the current. Okay, you have to start doing things that make you really uncomfortable so that you can gain sort of a comfort in being uncomfortable. Really what it comes to is knowing what the possible outcomes of the situation are, and knowing no matter what happens, you're gonna be okay. Okay, you're gonna fucking be okay. It doesn't matter what happens, you're gonna survive this, and that's gonna allow you to be bold, right? So the opposite of being a pussy is being bold, right? Is taking bold, decisive action, putting yourself out there, taking risks. You see someone walking on the street, right? A guy, and you think this guy's tough. He's not a pussy. The reason why you would perceive that about him is because you feel like if you fucked with this guy, he would fuck with you back, right? Like he would, like this is not a guy that you want to fuck with because he's going to be bold, he's going to take risks, he's not going to be nice, all right? He's going to actually get in a fight with you, or he's going to assert his dominance, right? You can just perceive that from him, from the way that he carries himself. And so you have to be that person, right? You have to truly be that person. You can't fake this. Instead, you have to actually be this person that is going to fight for what is yours, okay? That is going to take risk, that is going to not be afraid to get into confrontations or conflict with people, not afraid to disagree with people. So you have to put this into practice. Practically and pragmatically, how can you actually start accomplishing this goal? Well, so number one, it should be obvious here. You need to go and actually go start talking to women when you want to. Right? You need to see a girl that you want to talk to, and you need to go out there and just fucking do it. And there's nothing I can really do that's going to help you to do that, right? I work with a lot of coaching clients, and I've tried to help them. And, you know, and I have helped them in the sense that I've given them all the tools and all the psychology and everything that they need to know to go out and do this and be successful as much as possible. But ultimately, it's exposure therapy. They just have to go out there and actually do it, but not just do it, but own it. And the more that you take these actions, the more that you'll become the thing of the action that you're taking. This is a very important principle to understand in psychology, is that you become what you do. And so if you want to change who you are, many times you can take the positive actions of that role and you will then incorporate those into your psyche. You will become that thing. Also, practice this in any kind of confrontation or conflict with people. You should be the person that doesn't break eye contact first. There's no reason why you have to break the eye contact first, except for being a pussy, honestly. The other person, you should put them in the position where they break the eye contact. That's a good exercise to practice. In your interpersonal relationships, don't shy away from conflict. If you disagree with something, say, I disagree with that, right? You can be diplomatic and do it in a diplomatic way, but you must be able to assert yourself. You must be able to have your boundaries, right? I've talked about boundaries many times in the past on this channel and recommended a good book called Boundaries that you should read, okay? But you need to be able to set your boundaries. Someone who has clear boundaries is not a pussy, right? Someone who you feel like you can walk over and you can violate their boundaries, you're going to perceive them as a pussy. And all of these things, like I said, it's a snap judgment type of situation that you're gonna see that you can evaluate some. That's all I got for you today. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know, are you a pussy? Leave a comment down below. Let's be honest here. I'll talk to you next time. Take care.